Game 2 between the Rangers and Capitals goes tonight. But I want to start by looking back quickly at Game 1, Johnny. It was that stretch of, 2 minutes and 6 seconds where the Rangers did a lot of their damage. Outside of that stretch, what did you make of the Rangers game?
Well, it's funny you say that because we just talked to Spencer Carberry about the same exact thing, and he thought his team did a really good job at shutting down the Rangers' top six, not only at 5-on-5, but also on the power play. The Rangers went 0 for 2, and typically the Rangers feed off their power play a lot in games, so he feels really strong that if his team continues to do that, they'll light their chances against the Rangers side in Game 2. And I know Tom Wilson had that little soundbite after the game saying that they only dominated for 5 minutes, but if you take away that 2 minute and 6 second span in the second period, it's a different game. But that said, I think the first goal in this game tonight is crucial for Washington, just because with the way the Rangers play that 1-3-1 system, typically they're going to shut down the Caps, and the Caps had a really hard time generating offense in the third period. So I think Washington tonight will have a very, very, very strong first period and try to get that first goal so they can jump ahead.
It's funny that Tom Wilson made that comment, Johnny, because I'm thinking about it and going, yeah, but like if you only took off those 20 games for the Sabres this year that they didn't play well at the start, they would have made the playoffs. Like, yeah, unfortunately, that's not how it works. Got to ask you about a guy that kind of could be or should be a thorn in the side of Tom Wilson in Matt Rempe, the Rempire State Building. Big goal in Game 1. There was a lot of talk. Hey, should this guy be in the lineup? Shouldn't he? How will the Rangers utilize him? You've played hockey at a high level. How do you feel like this team reacts to Matt Rempe and his impact in the game?
Well, what's the saying, Frank? If things were different, they'd be different. That's one of my favorites in regards to the Tom Wilson saying. But, I mean, I've talked about Matt Rempe since his first game in the NHL and just what he's done to the city, the team, the building. It's very hard to measure unless you're actually in it and feel it. And the players all love him. Maybe they're tired of the questions about him because every post game it's, what'd you think of this play by Matt Rempe? What'd you think of that play by Matt Rempe? He just seems to be the center of every conversation. So I don't know if the guys love answering all the questions about him, but you got to credit Jimmy Vesey and Barclay Goodrow as well for what they did in Game 1. I mean, that tic-tac-toe passing play was great. And Rempe actually starts to play up the ice. He takes the middle, kicks it out wide, and then Vesey and Goodrow have a little passing play behind the net and set him up for that goal. But everything he does, the word that I like to use is contagious. He's just smiling. He's happy. He's enjoying every single second of this ride. And it seems like he feels no pressure, which is crazy because he's a 21-year-old kid in New York City, just taking on the Stanley Cup playoffs for the first time. And it's no sweat for him. But he's been a breath of fresh air, I think, in general, just talking to him as a media member. But, yeah, I think everyone loves him. And I think even opposing fans are starting to come around a little bit, too, just seeing all the quotes and stuff about his mom attending her first game at MSG and whatnot. So that was pretty cool. And I apologize ahead of time to Zamboni just hop on the ice. So if it's too loud, I can try to walk into the hallway.
No, I love, I just heard the little beep there. I love the noise. That's the sounds of hockey. Look at that. Oh, what a beautiful arena. Our chat wants me to ask you what you thought about your boy, Alexis Lafreniere in Game 1. He racked up 5 hits. Like, he was engaged, and it's a guy who is now in his third playoffs with the Rangers. I think it's fair to maybe expect he takes a bit of a step forward here.
Well, I want to ask you guys in reverse, what do you think of his hit on Iorio? Because I thought it was perfectly clean. Iorio goes into the boards a little bit in an awkward position, but there are Caps fans that want to take Alexis Lafreniere's head off. I mean, the Rangers are celebrating their goal, and he's got McMichael slashing him in the ankles. Like, I thought he played super well, and that's something I noticed about him too. Not as much last year, but the first round series against the Penguins in 2022, which was his first playoff series, he was extremely physical for a first overall pick, and you don't typically see that. So I think he really knows how to step it up in times like this, and I was really impressed with his first game. Did he contribute much offensively outside of that assist? No, but he made a pretty significant impact, I thought, in general in that game. And obviously, any chance I get to hype up Alexis Lafreniere, I'm going to do it. So I appreciate you teaming up, Tyler.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, on the hit, I thought how it looked or like the impact of it was worse than the hit itself.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure what else he could have done on that to make it more clean, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Perfectly clean to me.
What's up, hockey fans? If you enjoyed that video, then you need to be hitting the subscribe button right here at Daily Faceoff. Exclusive interviews and analysis from our hockey insider Frank Seravalli, fantasy updates from Brock Sagan, and a daily live show at noon Eastern, Monday through Friday. You don't want to miss any of the fantastic content, so hit that subscribe button.